Hello everyone and welcome to the NFL Weekly Pick'em Challenge, and I am your host, Tanner. For the 2021-2022 NFL season, the boys and I are going to be making our weekly selections, tracking our progress throughout the season, and awarding a prize to the winner at the end of the year. Each week, we're going to recap the games, take a look at our selections, see who is atop of the leaderboard, and preview some of the games for the upcoming week. Now, our selections for each week we determined are not going to be due until 12:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, so if I have some selections in from the boys by the time that I film these segments, I'll be sure to include some of those as well, so we can take a preview at some of those selections and take a look back at how we did. After an exciting week one in the NFL, let's take a look back at some of the more memorable moments. Starting with Thursday Night Football, we all got off to a strong start with a clean sweep with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Dallas Cowboys. As we moved into the Sunday games, we had a couple of hiccups here and there. None of us had the Steelers, Bengals, Texans, or Saints picking up respective victories. Logan had a great pick. He was the only one to select the Cardinals over the Titans, and I myself was the only one to select the Philadelphia Eagles over the Atlanta Falcons. Tyler had my surprising selection of the week with the Washington football team over the Los Angeles Chargers. I think Washington is more poised for a week 2 selection now with Taylor Heinicke at the helm. And they take on the New York Football Giants on Thursday Night Football. More on that in a minute. Some excitement as we rounded out these Sunday games. Taking a look at the leaderboard, we had Logan and myself tied with 9 correct selections there. Dexter was next with 8, and Tyler rounded it out with 7. Moving into the final game of the week, Monday Night Football. I think Monday Night Football was off to a fantastic start. We had the Manning broadcast there on ESPN2, some great insights into the game. Now, I think the game itself was a little slow to kick things off, but the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter going into overtime, a lot of great things happened there, a lot of scoring, high-paced action. That is what we are looking for to round out each week with Monday Night Football. Now, while we all chose the Ravens to get a W, unfortunately that didn't happen, but it did allow us an opportunity to use our tiebreaker rules. Now, for our tiebreaker rules, again, with each week we are going to submit our selections Wednesdays by 12:30 p.m. With that though, for Monday Night Football, and only for Monday Night Football, we are going to include a tiebreaker score. So with our selection, we are going to include our prediction for the total combined score for Monday Night Football, and we will use that as our tiebreaker. If and when that is needed, clearly it was in week 1 here already, it will be the closest individual to the actual score, combined score for Monday Night Football. No Price is Right rules here, folks, just the closest score in either direction. And so with that, Logan actually stole a victory away using our tiebreaker. I had a total combined score of 43. Logan guessed 60. Logan was a little bit closer, so he earned a week 1 victory. Now, as we take a look at the leaderboard following week 1, we have Logan in first with 4 points. I'm following with 3, Dexter with 2, and then Tyler rounding us out with 1 point. Now, let's look ahead to week 2, starting with Thursday Night Football and a battle in the NFC East between the New York Football Giants and the Washington Football Team. With Fitzmagic heading to the injury list, we'll have Taylor Heinicke starting under center. Are we going to continue to see some magic out of him like we did last postseason and propel the Washington Football Team to a week 2 victory over the rival Giants? Conference I'm looking at this week is going to be the AFC East. We've got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Are we going to see the Dolphins take a commanding lead in that division and start the season off 2-0? Also, how are the Patriots, Mac Jones, the Patriot way, how are they going to respond with a week 1 loss taking on the New York Jets this week? 2 games I'm really looking forward to this week. We've got the 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cowboys taking on the Chargers. Are the Eagles for real? Are they going to be contenders in the NFC East? Connection there, chemistry between Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith was spectacular. Hope to continue seeing that throughout the season. And with the Cowboys, albeit we had a loss in week 1, but they did come out looking good. Kind of wrote off some of the haters there in the sports world. Excited to see what they're going to look like moving forward this season. Going into Sunday Night Football, I believe we're all expecting an absolute shootout here between the Chiefs and the Ravens. Mahomes, Jackson, looking to see a lot of points on that scoreboard Sunday night. We're expecting 70,000 strong in M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Lastly, Monday Night Football, we've got Aaron Rodgers and the Packers hosting the Detroit Lions. After an upsetting week 1 performance there in Jacksonville, taking on the Saints, what are we expecting out of Aaron Rodgers and his Packers as they take on division rival, the Detroit Lions? Well, thank you everyone for our week 1 recap and highlights and our look ahead towards week 2. We'll be back here next week, same time, same place. See you then.